Hi friends, it's Nancy and we're back for another 3 in 30 minutes. So today's letter is S. In Tina's original video, S was for stamps, so she used both rubber stamps and postage stamps. Since I'm no good at rubber stamps and I already do use a lot of postage stamps, I've decided I'm going to go with S's for stencils. And that's because my Crafty Crush Catherine suggested it. And it just came out of her. I don't know how she got so smart. We agreed that she's just not another pretty face. So I've got a couple of ideas for stencil. And immediately you're going to think of craft stencils. And I do like those and I do use those. But we're going to do something else. So this is an old-fashioned stencil that you would use for, you know, painting signs or what have you. I should probably use a knife for this before I cut my arm off. I got a package of these at the thrift store, and they're just kind of held in with like little tabs of uncut paper. So I'm just, what I want to do is remove the guts, so that all you see is the letter C. And I chose C because I thought, oh, let's make something for my pink Christmas journal. That's something I've been working on for several weeks. And I was at a thrift store today and I nearly bought another package of stencils, but they were script stencils, and they were Martha Stewart brand. But they wanted $2.99, and the other stuff that was in the bag was of no interest to me, so I wasn't buying. And Tuesday is Senior's Day, so it's always a little crazy there. I was hoping they'd take one look at my grade roots and give me the seniors discount, but no such luck. Speaking of my gray roots, oh, I haven't started the timer. Sorry, that's cheating. Reset. Start. Okay. I just got talking and forgot what I was doing here. So, I have had a lot of gray hair since I was a teenager. Probably 19. I started getting a lot of gray hair. And it's a family trait. My mother and my grandmother both have gorgeous heads of snow white hair, and if mine would come in snow white, that would be awesome. But no, I get dreary battleship gray. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been coloring my hair, and in the last year or two, the gray isn't taking color, so I have to go in like every 5 weeks, is about as long as I can go, and then I have this extra softening step first in order to get the gray to take the color, and I mean, I am at the front, I am all gray. The back, I've got some color left, but not lots. So I'm cutting another rectangle this size. I'll just kind of, yeah, that'll do. So what I want to do is, I've got this tissue paper. I believe it's vintage. Trying to remember who sent it to me. Corinne, was it you? Can't remember. I bet it was, because that's a kind of thing that you would see. All right, so I'm going to decoupage this pink poinsettia paper onto this card. So that the poinsettias are going to show through. it doesn't have to cover like right to the edge because the card itself is going to cover that. Anyway, so, you know, when you have to go and get your hair done every 5 weeks, and it takes longer now, it costs more, and you know what? I don't enjoy being touched that much. So I decided enough is enough, Nancy. Just accept it. You're an old broad and take your gray hair like everybody else. And I have been without a color for, I think it was probably September. I think it was probably just before I went on holidays is the last time I had it done. That's nowhere near the side of the ruler. Should have been watching. Anyway, so I've got a lot of growth now. And I have long, like longer than shoulder length hair. So significant gray rootage. So I've been like pinning my, like the front of my hair back so it doesn't look like, you know, skunk stripe. Ponytails, yeah, that's a do. Yeah, I'm not enjoying it at all. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to cover the C. I can do this one of two ways. I can either cover the C or I can trace this onto cardstock. And I have some pink paper chosen, and it might be okay. So I think I'm going to trace it. Might take a bit, but you know what? We got nothing but time. And I'm going to cut an extra one for the back. Clearly this isn't square, but we have a place to start. Let me cut those out first so I can get this extra stuff out of my way. So today was the day of decision making and taking action. So the first action I took today was I gave notice on my booth, my antiques booth down in Cambridge, because it's just, I'm not enjoying it like I was. And because I'm not enjoying it, I'm not putting the time into it. And because I'm not putting the time into it, I'm not making enough money to make it worth my while. So I went in today and gave notice, and you have to give 8 weeks notice. And the owner said, you know what, I can have that booth filled by the 27th of February. So if you want to aim for having your stuff out by the 27th of February, I'll save you a month's rent. I thought that was okay. I mean, I'm still responsible for the rent if she isn't able to rent it out, but she felt pretty solid. Oh my gosh, I didn't start the timer. How long has this video been so far? Okay, we're 9 minutes in, so I'm going to change this to 20 minutes. Okay, and start. So I did that. And then after I did that, I called my hairdresser and booked an appointment for the 24th of February. So we talked a bit about whether we should put some gray streaks in. You know, I said, let's talk about it. Well, there's somebody here right now who's doing that. Well, I'm not coming in to look. I just can't imagine. Anyway, my boss, I don't think of her as my boss, but she's my boss. She actually, when she decided to just embrace gray, and we are the same age, she's actually 3 weeks younger than me. She had a whole Pinterest board about gray hair and how to grow in gray hair. I should take a look at that and see if maybe I'm going to rethink. Oh. I'm going to rethink the coloring again. I just feel gross. It's depressing me. So you see I switched to a glass mat, and I always use glass when I'm using my X-Acto knife. When you're using your X-Acto knife, make sure you're using a sharp blade. If it's not sharp, change it. You would be amazed at how smooth your cut will be with a sharp blade. Now this blade needs to be changed. I need to put that on my shopping list. But still, we're doing okay. So that's my story about my gray hair and decision making. Started cutting on the shadow of the blade instead of on the pencil line. My lighting sucks. I have 2 lamps. That's why I've got double shadow cast on here. And still. Maybe I needed glasses. Doug is dying of the winter blahs. He wants to go south so bad. And he has, I thought he had next week off. Because next week is reading week for the universities. But he doesn't. He has, I want to say the first week of March off. Like March 2nd? The week of March 2nd, I think. And he said, well, can't you, like, shift some stuff around and take the week off? And I said, no, I've got appointments booked. I think I have a presentation to give on that Friday at the school, the Faculty of Social Work at Laurier. I think I'm doing a presentation on the 6th. Like, no, I can't. He said, well, I'm going south by myself. All right. So I tried to figure something out for him. He was just going to drive until it got warm. No, you're not. Nope. Nope. Let's do a little bit of inking. So I thought, well, you know what? It's a long weekend. Maybe I can get a cheap flight to Florida and we can go to Florida Thursday night and come back Monday or something. There's nothing cheap. The flights to Florida were going to be more than my flights to England, which is obscene, because I got cheap flights last year when I went to Florida. I went to, where did I fly into? Well, we flew into Jacksonville the first time we went, and then the second time we flew into Tampa. And I got dirt cheap flights. I think my Tampa flight was like $150. Yeah. No, it was going to be $2,000 round trip. So he does tend to get down in the winter. I thought he was coping pretty well, actually, but no. Unfortunately. Okay. So, now, I might need to trim this a smidgy before I glue it on. Yeah, just a smidgy. I'll turn it over. You know, I can make this a pocket. I should do that. Why not? It hasn't been a bad winter, per se. Okay. There's no way I'm going to get 3 and 30 done today. Well, I'll get this mostly done. I won't get to embellish it. I was going to bling it up and stuff, but that's not going to happen. You know what, I'm going to glue this on because I'm going to make a little thumb hole at the top of this. And this will kind of mask it. Put things away, I'd be dangerous, I'm telling you. Okay. Just ink that thumb hole so I don't have to do it later. I'm not going to glue too much because I am going to stitch this, I believe. Okay, so that's kind of my pocket done. Next thing I'm going to do is a tag. Just going to grab one of my wonderful tags here that Laverne sent me. I have this stencil that I got it Tuesday morning, paid $1.99 for it. And I believe it's meant for decor, but I'm going to use it for paper. Okay, just gonna ink up the one edge here. Not the one edge, the outside edge here before I do the stenciling bit. So I'm using gathered twig just to age the edge a bit. And then the color I'm going to use for the stencil is fossilized amber. Okay. So I think sort of like that's the way I'm gonna go. Okay, putting my hand firmly on top, I'm just gonna go over it with my distress tool. All right. Okay, I'm okay. Just gonna go over the edge a bit more. I think I did that in the wrong order. Okay. So to decorate the front, I pulled out some dictionary page, and oh, there you are. And I have a little book called The Feast of Flowers, and I got out my Edith Holden fussy cuts. I think I decided that was the one that I was going to go with. Okay. So, see, I practiced this already. I didn't glue anything on it, but I practiced. Okay. I will find my scissors and cut off the daisy part. And my dictionary page, this goes from honey to honeysuckle. So if I was my tearing ruler, where would I be? Oh, there it is. the bottom. And this is an old dictionary. I love it because it has all these illustrations in it. And it's a really nice color too. All right, where'd the daisies go? There they are. Yeah. Okay. Now we need B. There's a B. So I'll just quickly cut her out. I saw a video yesterday my son showed me of this dog that was afraid of honey. And the owner's showing him that it was I was gonna say, it kind of looked like kind of a lab, but sort of a border collie. It was a big dog. Anyway, she's showing the dog this bottle of honey and the dog's just having a flip out. Poor doggy. My niece makes honey butter and puts it in jars. Oh my word, it is so good. So it has butter, like real butter, honey, and heavy cream. I feel like there's something else in it. And you boil it and then put it in jars. I don't think that it seals. Like I think you'd still have to refrigerate it. I always keep it refrigerated anyway. Oh wow, it's good though. On a bagel? Whoa. Lucky for this honeybee, he's only got 5 legs. Because this is taking a long time. We went to an apiary. I want to say it was like near Sarnia, Strathroy kind of area, like that end. Yeah, see, I'm nowhere near getting 3 things done. I'm too busy talking instead of working. and they make mead. So mead is a very old form of wine. And you would, so it's wine made of honey. And you would expect that it would be really sweet, but it's not. But it is good. So if you ever get the chance to taste mead, you should. I always think of Vikings when I hear the word mead. All right, little honeybee, where would you like to go? How about right there? Right where it says honeybee. There's another big apiary near Elmer, Ontario. I think it's called Clover. I think it's called Clovermead. Something Clover. Anyway, it's an excellent place to take kids. They have a lot of activities there for kids. This one time, oh, this was years ago when we were still living near there. Doug and I like to go on little car trips together, you know, just to blow the stink off us kind of thing. So we ended up in Ingersoll. It was a holiday Monday. Ingersoll? I think Ingersoll. And they have a museum there where they bake bread on Mondays in a brick oven outside. I can't remember why, but they do. So we stopped at this museum, got a loaf of hot, fresh out of the oven, whole wheat bread, and then started home, got as far as Elmer, stopped, got some honey butter there, went home. The lady at the museum wrapped our bread in tinfoil. So Doug and I sat on the back porch. Kids were in the house. They didn't even know we were home. And I'm telling you, the two of us ate an entire loaf of bread. And that was, oh, that had to be 20 years ago. Maybe not that long ago. A solid 15. And Doug, every once in a while, he'll say, remember that time we ate a whole loaf of bread? Anyway, I failed miserably at my 3 and 30. I don't know what I'm doing. So I got two things kind of done. So I made this tag using a decor stencil to make this bee theme. And I used a cardboard stencil meant for painting signs to make this pocket for my pink Christmas journal. So, thanks so much for watching. What comes after S is T. Oh yeah. And Tina did tickets. I don't know anything. I don't think I've ever made anything with tickets. I have tickets all over the place. And I also have a die that I've never used. I have this die, it's not out of the package yet, for tickets. So, maybe that's something I can get into. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.